Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, and I'm doing a general collective read for you. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful. I love you guys so very, very much. Thank you for all your love and your support. You're wonderful. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Keep it warm if you're in the northern climes. Hopefully it's not as cold as I've been feeling today. I couldn't warm up earlier, but I'm okay now. If you're new here, it's a timeless read. Time does not exist on the other side. So it's for whenever you come across this reading or any other reads I've posted. Help yourself. Go back and look if you wish. More than welcome. Just know that this is timeless, and I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders. So you're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Again, there's no signs or genders on the other side. So it is what it is. I streamlined it. Not to say that other readers that do use the signs and genders and stuff like that are doing it wrong. No, 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 no. Everybody has their own style, their own way of doing it, right? Everybody has their own niche and should be respected. But thank you for joining me. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about right now. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors of the highest white light. Okay. No, they said to put it back in. 2 came out. 1, 1, 1. Only 1, please. You're the only one. I just heard you're the only one. Love. 1 love. Wow. There's a song that. If I remember, I'll post it. 1 love. This could be romantic love, could be family, could be friend, or just love in general. Just a loving sort, you know? Open heart. That's the overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, messenger. There's going to be a message of love coming towards you. You could be a messenger of love, an angel of love. Angels are messengers. Anyhow. Maybe somebody's looking at some old love letters or love messages that you've left, or you are. That's the underlying energy. Vanity. Somebody's very vain. They expect you to give them love letters, or I don't know. Somebody caused a lot of drama. So somebody that loved you somebody that loved you got involved in some sort of drama that somebody else caused that was very vain. That has nothing to do with the first read. Somebody wanted to be you, wanted to be in your skin, wanted your lifestyle, your calling, your divine being, male or female. And they just thought it wasn't fair that they couldn't be. Well, they're a karmic. They don't want to heal. Number 1. If you're not healing, if you don't want to heal, you don't want to admit your mistakes, you're not going to elevate in life. Now, they're trying to tiptoe out of something. They're trying to backtrack here. Yeah, they're trying to find your location or hide their location because they were doing magic on other people to come up after you, to do magic on you, to harm you, to stalk you, to harass you, or to do magic on you. And everybody's getting some karma, some clap back here. Yeah, a lot of secrets going on here. Hidden. A lot of hidden arcana. Secret knowledge. Changing people's perception of you. Now people's perceptions are changing to the right way. They're seeing it for what it is. These people were... This crowd of people, it could be your family or a group of people that you know or don't know. It could be people you don't even know. The magic was placed upon them to come up after you, to make it more palatable. They were doing magic on everybody. You, on the people they were working with. They didn't care about these people. They compromised these people. These people are in trouble now. You're in your purpose, and they started a crusade against you. They claim that they were the divine being, and you were the karmic coming after them. I get it. Remain optimistic here. Yeah. Somebody's in survival mode, or you survived everything they sent your way. It could be unalive spells, or they're trying to survive them now. Yeah, so he's got a different lifestyle here. They could be an academic, or you are. They're learning something. This is a snake. They have addictions. They claimed you had addictions. They're going to get some time. They were fucking spinning yarns here. Spinning yarns, false stories about you. It's a long time coming. I heard you're very wholesome. The divine has separated the wheat from the chaff. Witches, warlocks, and whomever got involved here. Sorcerers, spellcasters, cults, covens, secret societies. And when the witch comes out in my cards, it's generally in the dark aspect. Okay, if not, I'll say it's in the light aspect. There's a lot of good witches out there that do the right thing. They do not break universal or spiritual laws. They don't cause harm. They help. They're masters of what they do. They use they use nature to heal. They're very, very good at what they do. They're knowledgeable. They're masters. They're here to help, elevate, heal. They're healers. They're not about to give that all up and throw it away because of somebody's wishes and whims, right? That doesn't want to heal. Something to do with religion and spirituality. You're free. You're sovereign. You can be spiritual royalty as well. Or somebody wants to come across that way. This could be somebody that's spouting Bible verses. But they're using Bible verses to curse you and others. This is heavy-duty competition. There's going to be some communication coming in. They want you to spar with them. They want your energy. They want you mad at them. Your ancestors are backing you up. They thought it was funny. Now they're paying attention. Something to do with an appearance. Now they're seeing you. It's happening now. They're seeing who you truly are. Kindred spirits here. You're good. They were trying to hide you. They wanted to take your place, take your work, claiming your work as theirs. You mastered yourself. You're a master of what you do. You're busy working on yourself. This person was busy working everybody else. Now they're hiding what they did, trying to hide what they said. Ooh, they're trying to delete messages. They could be sending you messages of love or sending other people in this group messages of love. Don't tell on me. I love you. You love me, don't you? You love me, right? Right? Remember, I winked at you that day. I made you feel really good. Yeah, no. This person's not about to give so much of themselves, not even a wink, okay? This is the type of person that asks, what's in it for them? What can I get out of it? I'm not going to do this for them. Out of my goodness of my heart, I don't have time for that. It's the time I've given right now. Did this person give? If you don't have anything to give of your time, give smiles, give out. There's a man here in my city. I just started following him on Instagram. He doesn't have much. I don't know what he has, okay? I don't know him personally. But he goes out in the street. Rain, cold, doesn't matter. Goes out on the street and he's got a cardboard that says something about love. He's spreading the love. And he's dancing, he's got some music, and he's dressed in very, very loud colors so people can see him. And he's just trying to put a smile on people's faces. After a hard day of work, going home, you know what I mean? Especially this time of year, people are worried about money, worried about their bills, worried about their families, worried about the future. He might not have much, or he might have much. I don't know, but he's out there putting a smile on people's faces. Saying a kind word to everybody, reminding them, keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. So love. Love is the answer. It's the most powerful force in all of the universe. Yeah, children are a factor. Yours or somebody else's. Or somebody's acting like a child. Older man, you or someone else. Your soulmate is not who you think it is. Scorpio, you or someone else, or something happened in Scorpio season. You have been ignoring your gut. Something to do with wedding vows. You will be attending a get-together soon. It's that time of year, right? You might have to cross paths with somebody. An ex and or some children or somebody else's children you don't get along with. You could be a step-parent or these could be stepchildren. I don't know. It might have something to do with the last read, might not. Doors are opening for you. Act now, think later. Past life connection. Someone's a drama king or a queen, and they're looking at you as you're the jackpot. This is somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. This is over. You're coming into what's rightfully yours, and they were trying to keep it from you or steal it from you. This was an enemy disguised as a friend. It could be somebody that you had a relationship with at one point. This is something to do with love. Somebody's in their emotions. Somebody you loved. They're using love against people. Blackmailing them emotionally. Somebody doesn't want responsibility. Something's lit, okay? 5-5, this is profound change. Whatever they're thinking they're going to get out of this is never going to happen. Bad advice from a friend or family member. So people are waking up as to what this person was all about. And your prayers have been heard. This was an opportunist, okay? Opportunities in the palm of their hand. They wanted to be a divine being. There's an emotional outburst ahead. They wanted to be a divine being. That, like I said, they're a karmic. They don't want to heal. How can they be divine anything? They're just putting in that. They're pretending. They're play acting. Give me a break. Leading people down the wrong way, I'd say. getting people to do stuff that they shouldn't be doing magic on other people. These could be practitioners working with this person. They're all getting backfires. They're all getting karma. Love, children are a factor. So somebody's maybe waking up and they don't want their children to be hit, to be part of this, you know, karma, these backfires. They don't want their children to be a casualty, because that could potentially happen. If you're around somebody that's getting karma, backfires, stay away from them, okay? Because you or anybody else can be a casualty of their poor decisions, right? It is what it is. Somebody's lusting after children. Wow. Forbidden, non-committal sexual energy. I just heard maps. Minor attracted person. There's resistance here. Secret admirer, suppressing and timid. It's an older man and a child or children. You might get a message about that. Oh, fuck me. Why do I get these reads? There's a lot of confusion. Uncertain, unclear, and unsure. There's an emotional storm ahead. Okay? Turmoil, unstable, and affected. There's been distance between you and somebody else. So they're trying to... Maybe they're saying that you did something you shouldn't have done. I don't know. It can go different ways. There's thousands of people here. You could have been accused of doing something you didn't do. Somebody else got accused. They didn't... something children they didn't do, or they did do. Okay? I just had this conversation with somebody on Facebook. Personally, as a parent, as a grandparent, I want to know if there's any predators in my neighborhood. Somebody wrote in, what would that serve? That would just put that person's life in jeopardy. Their argument was they knew somebody that was close to them that got accused of doing something they didn't do. I can't say yay or nay whether they did or not, okay? I'm not saying they did or they didn't, but this person had to live with that shame and they were in danger, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? People don't like PDFs, you know what I mean? But how often does that happen, right? Chances are somebody got charged and they got found guilty in a court of law. There's something there, something inappropriate anyways, okay, that we have to watch and we have to keep vigilant on. We have to keep children away from that person. There could be the odd one that's innocent. It could be something like, you know, that the person was 18 and they were dating somebody that was 16. You know, that kind of thing. But then if that's their problem, go to legislation and try to invoke change to protect those types of situations and not label everybody with the same or paint everybody with the same brush. But what I'm saying is so many kids with one predator in your community. Just think about how many kids could be in danger or have been. How many lives are ruined. Does somebody try to, either somebody is like this or they try to ruin somebody's reputation? Possibilities were endless. There's a distance here, separated space, blockage, free-spirited adventure and risk. Keeping the peace here. You're a peaceful person, balance, harmony, and friendship. You're healing, you've healed. People want to heal with you. So they made up a lot of stories about you, possibly releasing, purifying, and cleansing. These are your soulmates, family, friends, love, deep love, unity, and connection. And somebody tried to take away from you, to harm you somewhat. They wanted your life. I'm really picking that up. They wanted you gone. They wanted to harm you, hurt you. Dishonesty, deception, trickery. Maybe because you caught somebody doing something they shouldn't have done with children. Maybe you reported them. Maybe you are a police officer or a judge or a jury. I don't know. They wanted to harm you. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. There's going to be some major confessions here. Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. They broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed, cursed. They try to curse you, they're cursed. Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. What I tell you, they're in their pride. They're very prideful, arrogant, ego, and stubborn. They want what they want when they want it. They want to be a divine being. They could be a predator. They could be using children as fuel, as fodder. So we hear stories about the elite doing that, right? Endochrome. Just that fear, that pheromone that gets released during those moments. They're vampires. They love it. They're sick. There's only one way to handle. I'm talking about the elites at the top level. There's only one way to handle those people. A firing range, a firing line. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Okay, I'm not here to argue it. Love, children are a factor in lusting. dodging bullets. So they're I don't know. They're trying to distract people from what they do. They're trying to put blame on you. They want to be you. There's something to do with money and stealing. I think whoever this is tried to get into your life and affect your life in every way, trying to harm you because you are a divine being, and they're not. Secrets are revealed. Vive la résistance. A lot of manipulation going on here. This is a hypocrite. Yeah, they're pointing their finger at you. Meanwhile, what they're saying you did, they're doing. I was provoked. They provoked me to do this. No. Maybe they left you homeless. Maybe they're facing homelessness, or other people are. I told you it's a narcissist. You're in your north node. They can't bother you. You're in your life purpose. They want your life purpose. Maybe they didn't realize that they're part of your life purpose. You might be on path right now, but maybe you needed this to garner attention towards you. Good attention. At first it wasn't so good, but now people are seeing the truth. You could be smexy, or somebody thinks you're smexy, or this is an incel. So you're dealing with some incels, involuntary celibacy. I recently just realized what that was. There is a name for it. These are people who hate other people because they're having problems with romance, right? They're lonely. They're very insecure. They maybe had some bad experiences in relations, or trying to meet people in the past, and they hate the opposite sex or the same sex. Maybe same sex or opposite, doesn't matter, but they hate, and they're militant now, right? Like if it's men, they hate the women. Women are they clump these women all in one clump. They're all gold diggers and clout chasers. If it's women, all men are cheaters and blah, blah, blah. It's just sadistic supply. So I'm telling you, this is a narcissist. So they use these people, these flying monkeys, sorry to call you that if you're listening, or the supply that they had to do their bidding, thinking that you guys would get the karma and not them. It's the other way around. You're all getting the karma. They wanted to, that maybe somebody made themselves wealthy by using other people to do their dirty work, right? A lot of drama. Maybe you're coming into a lot of wealth. This is a backfire. I can't make this up. This is a clowning people, right? Love bomber. Mystery solved, I just heard. You're mysterious to other people because none of what they tried against you has worked, because you're in your purpose. You're a divine being. You're highly protected. A bunch of side pieces involved here. They wanted to make you a side piece. They're damned. Condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell. Let's shuffle it one more time, because that card came out last time. I don't want the same cards coming out. What else can you tell us, please, Spirit, about the situation, this group? They have to settle with you, or they wanted to settle a score with you. This is a love rat, or these people want to take it out on this love rat. Corruption advice. Somebody's getting fired. They try to get you fired. Yeah, poisoning the minds of others. There's a lot of abuse going on. Maybe they said that you were abusive. Sit down and heal. I mean, and this could be just a group of Satanists. They don't like the divine beings getting on path. They are chaos agents. Work for the devil. Funeral. It's their funeral. Somebody working for a funeral home is going to be fired. Okay. Surprise and epiphany. You see right through them. You always have, I just heard. This was they think this is, you have an unfair advantage. Really? Gathering how many people against one person? That's not unfair? Doing magic against people? Slandering them? Trying to hurt them? Trying to make them persona non grata? Now there's an apology. Sorry. Sorry, it got out of control. I'm not on my meds. I need to see my doctor. You could be dealing with doctors, healthcare workers, or you're a healer, or somebody else's. They're in regret for what they've done. They're backpedaling. Told you. They took the bait. You're the spiritual bait, or other people have been baited and they're stuck. They try to sabotage you. They sabotage themselves with the smear campaign and devaluing. They try to say you were mentally ill. Maybe try to get some money that's an inheritance, power of attorney, or conservatorship. They need to get their heads examined here. Discrimination against women, color, status, background. I don't know. Angels are on you, okay? They're on you. They're on you. They're on them, but the angels are on this. They're protecting you. Something to do online. They try to get you evicted. They're facing eviction. The squeaky wheel, this came out last time. This was fated. They held a grudge against you, against people of your position, whether you're a divine being, a male, a female, whatever color you are, whatever background you have or status or belief system. You're one of God's divine beings here. He works through you. You are a vessel, and they're holding a grudge, and they're one of old Stinky's minions. I just heard, and I've said this often enough, once you're loved by a divine being, you never forget that love. It's an addiction. You want more of it. It's like when the first time I realized who was talking to me, and it was God, I was floored. I was shaking. I couldn't catch my breath. I was crying. I was elated. It was a mixture of different emotions. And when I got more used to it, I wanted to hear him more and more. I wanted to be with him more and more. Do you understand? It's addicting. You can't get enough of it. You have that spark within you. Everybody does, but you have a little extra because you're a divine being. You have a piece of God within you. Each and every one of us does. But somebody wants to just sign an NDA. Listen, I'll settle with you. Just sign the NDA, or this is a group, a cult, coven, secret society, or sign this. Don't tell nobody what you did. Or maybe this is a group, cult, coven, secret society. They had to assign an NDA while getting involved in this group. Secret society, you can't tell anybody what you do. Or else, you know what I mean? Something to do with an NDA. Love, children is a factor. Lusting and breaking, dodging bullets. There could be a drive-by. Be careful. Somebody's out to get you. Protect your children, too. They might be trying to get to you through your child or children. These people are low, okay? They're very, very low. Wow, I don't want to say that. Wow, why do you give me these things? Oh, my God. Whoever was coming after you was coming after you for whatever reasons. They want to be you. They want what you have. It could be a family member. It could be an ex. It could be, I don't know, some sort of karmic that has a bone to pick with you. But some of the people he got involved with are involved in other things. Very unpleasant things. Evil things. People are finding out that somebody does things with children that they shouldn't be doing. Sexually and or sacrificial, lambs. This is getting divulged as well, and people are running the other way. They want nothing to do with it. But where do you go? Where do you go when you're stuck in a cult or coven or secret society like this? You know the truth. What next? They might be fearful. I don't know. Where are we going with this, please? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Holding back. Somebody's very combative. This is a bully. Very abusive. They feel entitled. Someone's very heavy-handed. They could be stealing your work ideas or achievements. They're definitely impersonating you. They could have forged your signature or somebody else's. Again, see, that's medical. You might be working in the medical field, or they are. Some sort of humanitarian organization. Overarching energy, the Lovers, making a decision. This is a contract. Third party. You could be going towards a higher level soulmate connection, or you've used your higher wisdom and ascended, made some good decisions here. The Lovers to me is whatever relationship this is, or whatever situationship it is, it's going to teach you a lesson. And the quicker you learn this lesson, the easier it is. You know what I mean? It's very karmic. Five of Swords. Somebody's willing to do whatever it takes to win. Make you sign this NDA or something like that. There's a lot of casualties here. One's left standing. This was out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Whatever they gained was ill-gotten and very dishonorable. They can't keep it. They can't keep generating it. Whatever this is defeat at the end of the day. Broken promises. See, that sword is broken. A lot of broken promises. A lot of casualties of WAR. Maybe spiritual WAR. Yeah, King of Wands. This is a leader. You or someone else, male or female. Something to do with children. Could be a school. Could be some sort of foundation. falling in line, expecting you to fall in line. Temperance, trying to balance things out. As a healer, you could be a healer. You have, whoever this is, whether it's you or somebody else, this is a leader taking the lead, I hear. This is somebody that protects and defends the underdog, the vulnerable, children, the elderly, the handicapped. You know what I'm saying, right? You got to keep things peaceful, balance something. You know there's an enemy at your gate. You know that old stinky's watching, okay? Somebody's picking at your tree. Could be in your family. Doesn't have to be. This is generational, maybe. There's a lot of sin going on. Whatever this is. Low-hanging fruit. Somebody wants to reconcile. They're under a lot of burdens here to reconcile and make peace with you. Some of these people are really, really in a hurry to make peace with you. To heal from something. You're healthy. You're balanced. You're a teacher. You're here to teach them a lesson, I think. So whatever you do or say, you're very responsible. They're going to have to take responsibility. They're buckling beneath the weight of these burdens. They thought they could take your spark and use it for themselves. The spark that the divine has given you. Now they can't handle it. They can't handle the light. They can't handle the responsibility. I heard they're trying to pass the buck. Okay, so Nine of Swords. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. They're trying to rationalize and justify what they've done. 9-9. They wanted it all for themselves. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You could be a business owner. They could be a business owner. I don't know. I'm picking up tribal here. You're minding your own business. You're tending to your own garden. Victory to the suffragettes. Something to do with gender. You could be dealing with misogynists, chauvinists, or you could be feminists or, male bashers. Something going on here. Someone's reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They're naive or gullible. Lost children, something to do with children in reverse. There's a spell work here. So they got involved with spell work. Very foolish, okay? They can't take it back. Heard that loud and clear. Somebody's having an emotional outburst. They're feeling rejected and abandoned. People are running the other way. But they're not sorry. They are not sorry for what they've done. They're immature and sincere and childish here. Yeah, people are looking for them. Maybe take a strip out of their hide. They're hiding from people. They're on the run. Somebody could be transitioning and loss of a child. They blamed it on you. They were doing it. They're running. Poor judgment. Judgment's gone against them. This is karma. People are hunting them down right now. Or they're, Spirit, please, no. Somebody in this group took part of a hunting weekend with young people, with people. If you understand what I'm saying. Instead of deer, they're hunting people. This could be somebody way up there with clout, with connections. Somebody's getting some karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. It could be practitioners, cults, covens, secret societies, but somebody got involved with some of these people trying to come after you. And these people got onto you because of somebody wanting to be you, somebody wanting to steal from you. It could be family, friend, love, business. Now it's a whole mess. Everybody's going to have to. Secrets are being revealed about everything and everybody. Yeah, Seven of Cups. There's bribery, lots of illusions, hopeful, wishful thinking, confusion. This could be blackmail as well. I think you're really mystifying some of these people. They were sending magic your way. They were doing all kinds of things, trying to do all kinds of underhanded things to harm you, take from you, get rid of you. But yet, you're still shining. You're still growing. You're still loving. Something's happening quickly. Fast communication, action, and or travel. You're still moving forward because it's fated. This is destiny. This is divine intervention, divine timing. You're very fortunate. You're on that wheel here. You were dealing with clout chasers and gold diggers, right? This is also, usually you don't see scales and the swords on the Wheel of Fortune, but this is fortunate. Like I said, this is bringing justice to an unjust situation. So whatever role you played, you were the catalyst. Somebody's spitting out fire here. Ooh. Somebody keeps sleeping outdoors. This is the Wheel of Fortune. There's change here, okay? They're coming after your spiritual inheritance, or there's a lot of money here at stake. It could be your family. It could be legacies, generational wealth. Your ancestors are on it. They're pissed. They're backing you up. Could be biracial. Don't have to be. But yeah, it's, you know, if you're fomenting separation and division, whether it's racial, whether it's gender, whether it's status or belief system, you're the problem in this world. We have enough division. We have enough WARs. We don't need more. We need to stand together. There's a lot of money. It's a family. It's a long-term stability. They've been doing this a long time. Coming after your destiny or other people's destinies. Coming after their spiritual inheritance, spiritual gifts. Could be your family. Yeah, this is putting some past hurts behind. Somebody's going through a dark night of the soul. I think maybe their conscience got tickled a little bit. Yeah, they got exposed. Wow. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. Somebody did some divination abuse. Somebody bore some false witness. They perjured themselves against you. They took a gamble. They lost. They didn't want to take the practical approach. They didn't follow through with any kind of promises. They don't plan on it. They're in debt. Took a huge gamble and lost. Very disrespectful, lazy, don't want to put the work in. This is somebody that doesn't want to learn their lessons. Well, they don't want to learn it freely. It's going to be taught to them, whether they like it or not. Knight of Coins. They're going to have to take accountability. They're trying to slow you down, slow your money down. This is not wish fulfillment. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. I think not because of what they were doing, but because they got caught. They're in their south node. They are not in their north node. There's no way they can be you, pretend to be you. They have no spiritual protection, doing all this fuck shit with no protection. They had no faith. People are losing faith in this person. They had no belief system. They're playing with magic, but they don't believe. Give me a break. Yeah. People are talking. This is groups, cults, covens, secret societies, friend groups. I don't know. It's a celebration of some sort. 3-3. This is coming out a lot lately, 3-3. You're plotting and planning. You foresaw this. You did. Let's see if there's a tent in here. So whatever they gained, whatever they took from you was temporary. Or whatever situation you found yourself in was temporary. You knew that. If it's a family, you're the only one in the family. See, they're outside the water. You're the only one in the family that's an empath. That's in tune with your emotions. Or in this group. So 3 of Wands, even though there's 4 of Wands, it makes, so something's not making sense here. But they each carry 2, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. You foresaw this. You're a visionary. 3-3-3. Christ consciousness. Damn. Wishes are being heard. Wishes were granted, or your prayers have been heard. This is a third-party situation trying to insert themselves into your life, into a situation. Somebody's heartbroken here. Third party, definitely. Whether it's love, friend, business, family. They were trying to coerce, change people's perceptions about you, get them to do their bidding. Because they're an opportunist. They wanted your spiritual gifts. They wanted your blessings. Time is up for something. They spent a lot of money on something. Spell work. Paying these people off to do their bidding. Ooh, time slip. I just heard time slip. See, that's not tied to anything, this pocket watch. Somebody lost track of time. 5 of Wands. This is a whole bunch of people here. It's a group. They don't measure up to you, okay? This person's taller than that person. Doesn't matter, male or female, doesn't matter. When he finally puts his head back, he's going to stand taller than this one. There's no comparison. There's conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, and drama. A lot of rivalry. They're in debt to people. They spent a lot of money. They caused a lot of conflict here. The truth is out. They got to face their fears and their shadow. They can't hide this any longer. There's no more confusion. You're not an empress. This is a doppelganger, so it's something to do with the first read. They wanted to disempower you, take your rights and your voice away, devalue you, and pretend to be you, or this is a power of attorney, or some sort of conservatorship, some sort of control, whoever this is. These people are very karmic and toxic and chaotic, greedy, selfish, jealous, and lazy, controlling and possessive. They wanted you to just lay down. They wanted these people to just give, give, give. Yeah. Somebody's in their emotions here. They scapegoated you. It's the end of a family group and or community. Homewrecker. Somebody's not happy. Not happy. They used people's love, emotions against them. King of Swords. This is narcissistic, sociopathic, or psychopathic. Male or female, doesn't matter. They don't have any rights. They have no authority to speak for you or take action for you, for your finances. This is somebody that's a pathological liar, user, abuser, they're cold, calculating, and cruel. They don't bring happiness. They bring strife. This is somebody that's very abusive. They're self-serving. They're only out for themselves. They're very dangerous. Be very careful. This is a predator. There's a whole bunch of predators involved. Take it for whatever that is. Yeah, truth and clarity. They're being exposed. You've exposed them. This is illumination. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They can take your truth to the bank. Authorities coming through. This is overcoming. This is moving forward here. Universally driven. It's victory. Could be the authorities coming through. It's radical acceptance, taking accountability, and bringing back balance to a situation. You might have thought there was a huge mountain ahead of you, but you overcame that, no problem, because you have the might and you have the power behind you, the might of God, to protect you. You have bravery and you have courage and you're resilient. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. People know you're speaking the truth. Yeah, it's a collaboration, contract, or third-party situation. You're a master at what you do. You're hardworking. They were trying to build off of your energy, your essence, your money, and or your ideas or creations. Somebody was overlooking their minions. Knight of Wands. They're holding back. They were trying to impersonate you, forge your signature, or steal your work, ideas, or achievements. They felt entitled. This is somebody's very, very combative. You'd be on a platform. This could be an institution. This could be a marriage, or you're spiritually high ranking. Or this is the divine. Holding them as far away as possible from you. They're very combative and abusive, so they're trying to hold you. Something to do with some sort of organization, some sort of philanthropic organization or humanitarian. Red Cross even, maybe. I don't like to say the names, but there's the Red Cross. It could be medical. It could be anything. They got involved here. It could be somebody spiritually high ranking, you or somebody else you're dealing with, or this is a boss, a judge, a leader, a false prophet. Well, it's in the upright. There's a prophet involved, or they're trying to pass themselves off as this prophet, prophetess, somebody with authority. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that's bullshit. Somebody's emotionally manipulative, okay? They can't manipulate you. Yeah, they're putting on airs. They're trying to put on an act as if they are you. Partying a lot. It could have hidden addictions. Male or female, this is somebody that uses emotions to get their way. They guilt you into things. They make you feel like a piece of shit for not helping them. They're needy, they're greedy. They turn on the tears, you know what I mean? Or they rage, or they shame you. They're not loving, kind, nurturing, or sweet. If they're saying that, oh, they're a humanitarian, they are not. They're putting on an act. They're being held back. They could be under suspension if it's a business. Somebody stepped in here. Definitely. Now they're crying the blues. They don't care who they hurt, okay? They're emotionally all over the place. They lost their positions, they fall from grace. They're smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and a show-off. Somebody's a drinker here. They're sick. They don't want to heal. This is a scandal. They're scared. Or they could have claimed that you were partying, you were drinking, you had addictions, you were sleeping around, you were this, that, the other thing. They're really trying to tarnish your name. But I think it's everybody's figuring it out. It's them, right? People are scared now. Touch not mine anointed. Secrets are revealed. Six of Coins is fraud, theft, unbalanced. They really wanted to make you unbalanced or to appear unbalanced. They were breadcrumbing you or others. They're not paying up. They're bankrupt spiritually, emotionally bankrupt, morally bankrupt, and spiritually or financial. This is not equally yoked. They can't manage to balance something out. They wanted payback. They're not going to have payback here, okay? Tit for tat, no more. Oh, yeah, they're in heavy-duty financial. They're in a pinch here. They can't play games anymore. They thought they'd profit off of you and others. No way. They can't play games. They dropped the ball. They're born from Peter to pay Paul. They're in heavy-duty debt. They can't manage. They can't balance this out. They can't explain this. I just heard. You don't have a good excuse. You're afraid to make a decision here. They make decisions with their emotions right now. Seven of Coins. This is misappropriation of funds. They didn't invest where they should have. This was a bad investment. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They could have forged your signature. They're running out of money and they need to relocate. They overestimated themselves and underestimated you. They can't harvest from you or anybody else again. This is a betrayal. They betrayed everybody that was working with them. Something to do with an NDA. Null and void. When does an NDA become null and void? When it's a crime, right? When lives have been taken? I just heard that NDA is null and void. This is a betrayal. This is a harsh and painful end, ending a cycle. This is transformation. Something's changed here. There could have been one still straggler working with this person, and she's going, that's all I've got left. Do my bidding, bitch. No, it's an ending of a cycle. It's a harsh and painful end. Ooh, they're going to be arrested. This is illumination, letting go and letting God and surrendering. They're acting like a martyr now. Look at me, look at me. They can't slow you down anymore. You overcame, or other people are going to overcome this. Take it for whatever it is. This could be an arrest. They've been exposed. They can't sacrifice you. They wanted to sacrifice everybody they were working with. I get it. Do my bidding, and then when I'm done and I get what I want, or I think I have what I want, I'll move on to somebody else, and I'll sacrifice everybody else and their kids. I get it. Yeah, somebody's unstable. They stole a home, a business. They're really unstable. This could be a family that ain't good. You know what I'm saying? The whole family kit and caboodle getting arrested. They're going to lose their stability. The party's over. If it's a partner, they were non-committal. Queen of Coins. They were jealous. This is a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They wanted you homeless. They wanted you out on your ass. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. They were jealous, vindictive, and vile, I just heard. But they were very jealous. Gold digger, cloud chaser. Can't trust this person. And they're not nurturing or they're not a healer. They're very unstable. They want the finer things in life, but they're lazy. Don't want to work for it. They don't know their value and their worth. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. And they can't keep their word. They can't keep their junk in their pants. They'll bend over for $1. Yeah. I got Knight of Swords. They committed crimes. They were abusive. They endangered others. Writings on the wall. They wanted your crown. They can't take your crown. They try to fuck around with your crown chakra. Ooh, no. They need an audience. They no longer have an audience. Look at me go. Yep, nobody's watching anymore. Two of Swords, they're blocked. They've been blocked. They're acting like a victim. They don't know what to do. Somebody's indecisive. They didn't see this coming. You're at peace. They can't, yeah. Other people want peace now. I just heard I should have minded my business. Minding your business. Somebody can't look at you in the eye, or they can't look at one another in the eye. She's looking down. This could have been somebody that got so high and mighty. You know, you hear people that are famous say that. Don't look them in the eye. They get upset if you do. Wow. Somebody's full of themselves. They don't see what's coming. They don't see, their hearts. Not once. People are letting them go. They have to get, they're going to get let go. They have to give up. Somebody's angry and they're scared at the same time. No resistance here. Somebody blocked somebody. They're no longer resisting something. No longer fighting. No longer blocking you. Yeah, because this is news that the person who's behind it, they don't want to hear. They're realizing this person was jealous of you and very abusive. They abused you, okay? And they abused everybody else in this circle, and everybody else is going down. Good or bad, I don't know. I'm not here to judge them. I'm just saying they're all getting exposed. This is news they don't want to hear. They're pissed off at this person. They try to get these people pissed off at you. Nah, ain't going to happen. You carry the light. They don't. That's a huge ball of light, by the way. This is somebody that was very jealous. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. They targeted you, and this is self-sabotage. They could be harassing you or stalking you. They're not very clever. They're not very smart at all. Yeah, this is in the past. This is happening now. Something to do with children. They lied about children. They lied about... Now you're getting your flowers. You're innocent. Somebody's thinking about the past here. They lied about your childhood or where you come from. Lied about your family. Yeah. This was an injustice. This wasn't fair. They tried to ruin you. This could be ruined for them. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. They committed some crimes with children in the past. They're trying to avoid being found out. I don't like this. This whole family line, if it's a family, generational, it's going down. So at once, they made allegations or accusations that were unfounded. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They were attacking you and others. Devil energy. Very toxic and karmic. They're bound to the devil. The devil's minions, what I tell you. Damn. Somebody is greedy and selfish. They're bound to you. The devil, bound to a contract. Codependent, clingy, addictions, obsessions. Wanting power and control. Emperor in reverse. Corruption. This is a bully. They want power and control, but they don't have it. It's a bending to public pressure. This could be somebody part of a group, cult, coven, secret society. It's corrupt. They'll do what it takes to get what they want. They bend the rules. They scratch other people's backs as long as their back's getting scratched. But there's two factions here, and they're divided here. People were playing games. So there's a wide divide in these factions. It's a lot of distortion here. Queen of Wands, magic. Promiscuous, somebody's jealous, they're mad, they're a bully, they're out of control. Somebody might be trying to hoover you, a narcissist, finding a reason to contact you, get back into your energy. Somebody's really pissed. If they were very jealous of you, they're a destroyer. They don't something to do with your work. Somebody could be working as a hoe bag, or they claimed you were. They're mad that you're disciplined, you balanced your emotions, and you're successful. They want to take your star away. Or they're mad that they didn't know you were in your north node. They should have known. People are paying attention to you. Yeah, they're a scam artist. So there's somebody's taking their star away. Maybe there's somebody's famous. They're going to get their star taken away. You know what I mean? Stars have their stars on the sidewalk. This is somebody that's a scandal. This is a scandal in the making, I just heard. Love bombing others. Oh, death. They're doing spell work to casual hookups. This is change, overcoming. You are the phoenix rising. They wanted you gone. They didn't want you having support, friends, or love. Something to do with an island. Somebody's not dead, by the way. He's not dead. Ending a cycle, overcoming. You overcame death. You might have had a NDE, near-death experience. Yeah, the world. It's going to be played out online, ending a cycle to begin a new one. You're very protected. Okay, this is protection. This is victory. Somebody could be moving or traveling. You could be online. They wanted to kibosh you if you're online. They wanted to end you if you're on. Whatever this is. You planted some seeds. They're claiming they planted these seeds. You're getting ready to take off somewhere. Something's going to take off for you. You took a leap of faith. You're getting ready to start something new. You are innocent. The world is your oyster. Somebody got caught. They have to come clean. Somebody's going to take a risk and speak up. Broken promises yet again. Somebody played another for a fool. They played this whole group as for a fool, I hear. They don't want to go. They don't want to be unalived. So maybe they're going to do this publicly and speak the truth. Yeah. They don't have a choice. They have to speak the truth and make it public. Damn. Somebody got caught. 2 coins. Did I stutter? That was at the bottom of the deck. Something was unfair. They can't balance this out. They can't play games anymore. They can't afford to. Yeah. They owe money to a high priest or high priestess. They were talking mad shit. Can't play games anymore. Or this is a high priest or a high priestess that was in the dark, gave out false and misleading information, bad counsel. Secrets are not coming out. They don't have a choice. Yeah. King of Pentacles, somebody made was working, doing magic on other people to make money here. This is businessman or businesswoman. They're cutting their losses. There's a losing proposition. Somebody's refusing to move on, though. Yeah, no. This is conscious awareness. They have to do something. So they want to mitigate what's happening. They don't want to go down. They don't want to get unalived if these people are coming after them. Somebody's going to be taking action. You have conscious awareness. You're co-creating with the divine. They're hiding and cloaking. They're trying to hide from these people now. Somebody's taking action. You're going to claim they were unaware. Some of these people were unaware. I guarantee you they were unaware of some of this fuck shit that was going on. But not all of them were unaware. They don't want to be investigated. Yeah, somebody's in jail. They don't want to be the only one going to jail or being stopped. Somebody's being restricted. They're bound. 2 people here. This one's ashamed. This one's like still looking like they know they fucked up. Just the look on their faces. This one looks ashamed. This one looks like, yeah, okay, I fucked up. I'll take the lumps. Seeing things from a higher perspective now. They're stuck. They're trapped. Self-imposed, right? Page of Wands. Somebody lied. There's been no communication. They threw rocks in the hands. Somebody was very juvenile. Yeah. They want to come back in from out of the cold. There's been no communication. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. Physically, they might be ailing. They've lost a lot of money. Somebody's trying to find their confidence to communicate. Yeah, 4 cups. Somebody wants to take advantage of a situation. They're finding their voice. They're finding their value. Or they took advantage of a situation. Or they were taken advantage of. Somebody was very ungrateful and disrespectful. Somebody was a liar. They were jealous. They were vindictive and vile and bitter. Hateful. Male or female. Not very smart. They're more aggressive than smart, right? Ace of Wands. They said maybe they have an STD. They're trying to block you. They don't want you taking any action. They don't want you having a new beginning. They're not going to have a new beginning. They're on their own. Lack of trust. Don't see eye to eye. There's a lot of disharmony here. Ace of Swords, a lot of lies, no truth or clarity, no communication. Somebody's shitting bricks here, stewing. Could be a father figure, doesn't have to be. Somebody's giving them good advice to let go. Somebody gave them advice, you gotta let this go or open up. Open up your emotions. Because in the upright, the King of Cups doesn't wear their heart on their sleeve. They're very stoic. They feel very deeply, but they're very stoic. Typically, they're good advice givers. Could be male or female, though, okay? using their intuition, trying to remain emotionally balanced and stable and secure. They're either letting go of somebody, or they're getting let go, or they're going to open up. They can't hold back any longer. They have no protection. They have no savings. So they're trying to protect themselves now. Maybe they're figuring out these people aren't going to protect them, or this person's not going to protect them. Place yourself where you're fit in here. I think you're the one. This is just really nothing to do with you. You're just finding out what's happening in the background with these people that were coming after you. Or you could be some of these people that were coming after somebody. And you got messed up with these people. And you're finding out exactly what kind of people you're messed up with. These are heavy hitters. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of clout and pull. But, you know, the mighty will fall. Love is the greatest force of all. You could be playing with your emotions. You're finding your self-love. Maybe you're finding what love truly is. When a divine being loves you, you don't recognize it if you're not used to unconditional love. But once you experience that, you want it some more. You're not going to find it willy-nilly just with anybody ever again. There's a message here, a message of love. Maybe you, if you are this divine being, of course you speak with love. You're not out to harm people. You're not going to let somebody smack you in the face. You're going to tell them off if you need to. But it's all coming from a loving place. You want to see people do better. You want to support them. You want to see them heal. And I think these people or this person's finally figuring that out. Children are a factor. The love of children are a factor, definitely. Maybe they're wanting to protect their children and their love, their partner from the backfires, from the karma, from whatever outcome, you know, whatever happens here. They're trying to mitigate it, not be as bad as it could be. It will be unless they do something. Older man, them or you, lusting. Forbidden, non-committal, sexual energy. Somebody's resisting something. Secret admirer, suppressing and timid. Resisting doing the right thing. They're trying to dodge bullets. Secrets are revealed now. What was happening. So they're trying to mitigate, I think. I know it's kind of like a long journey just to get here. But that's the end result. Somebody's trying to save their ass, save their family. Maybe they're under threat. Being told to shut up, toe the line. They got involved with some nasty people. It could be cults, coven, secret societies that deal with the nasty people that are up high. You know what I'm saying? And because you were the catalyst, they targeted you. It's all coming down. Place yourself where you fit. Okay? It's happening this winter. So winter is, I believe it's the 21st of December. For the next 3 months afterwards. Winter's good. It's a cold month. It's a cold season, depending on where you live in the world. But I'm picking this up metaphorically. This is the winter of their discontent. Winter is coming. Somebody's trying to distract themselves or distract you. You're keeping yourself distracted, working hard. Somebody's working hard. There are ideological differences, whether it's politics or religion, belief system. Someone's numbing out. They have addictions here. Somebody's reconsidering their other options right now. Somebody's not feeling very confident. Maybe they were at one point, not anymore. Now the truth is coming out. Somebody's feeling guilty, or they want you to feel guilty. Somebody's playing somebody in this group. They want everybody to feel guilty because they're self-absorbed. They don't want the karma. They don't want the blowback, right? It could be a Libra, you or them, or something happened in Libra season, or this is a balancing of the scales. Okay? Listen, if you're in a group and they're expecting you to do their bidding, and you could possibly lose your family, your freedom, your life even, your soul, you may want to reconsider. Okay? Yeah. Needs direction. Was in reverse. I'll put it up in the upright though. Somebody needs direction. They don't know what to do maybe. There's a lot of cultural differences here. A lot of family issues here. Yours or somebody else's. You're very compassionate or somebody's tapped into their compassion. You could be a Virgo, You're dealing with a Virgo or something happened in Virgo season. Incompatible. Yeah, you don't go that way. Either it's gender, either it's just lifestyles, either it's ideology. They're evil and you're not, or yeah, incompatible. Okay. They're a psychopath and you're not. Yeah. Somebody wants a new start with you. Yeah, I don't think so. They have addictions. They're hurting for money. They're a thief. Whatever this is. They're emotionally unavailable. You're a good listener. They're looking for a good listener. Something to do with the first read. Somebody's on their own. Everybody's running away from them and they have addictions. Somebody was playing, I don't know, where they fit in the role of magic and coming after you and somebody wanting to be you. But this is one of the persons here that are finding themselves on their own. They want somebody to listen to them. They'll do all the talking. You don't do any talking. They'll cut you right off or argue with you. They just need an audience. Great willpower. Self-care. Friend zone. You friend zone this person. There could be an ex. Somebody's getting friend zoned. They're not liking this one bit. People aren't interested. So I think they're getting turned down. Whoever this is. Whether they were the one that initiated this against you, or this is one of the players in this group. People are no longer interested. You're not interested. They could be sending you love bombers. You're not interested. You know, Pisces, you or somebody else, or something happened in Pisces season. Oh, they're going to claim they made a mistake. Oh, yeah, I'd say they made a mistake. They're feeling intimidated, or they tried to intimidate you. They caused a lot of trouble. They are in trouble. They're a Sag, you're a Sag, or we're in Sagittarius season. And Sagittarius, what do they have in their arms? When you look at the sign, bow and arrow. You were targeted. Or this is the person that was targeting you. Or working with the ones targeting you. Take it for whatever that is. Yeah, somebody's considering something, their options. You're an Aries. They're in Aries. Something happened in Aries season. They're being cautious now. They know that people are bailing on them. They know you're cautious. They know they can't play games with you. There's something about you. They need to take you down, take you out. You might be talking about, yeah, maybe. Something to do with a maybe. They're disappointed. They wanted to hear a maybe out of you. Somebody's very prideful. They're disappointed. A maybe is not a yes. A maybe could be a fucking no. Or it's just, one of these things you say just to shut people up. You're a born leader. They think you're a safe bet. They're scared to commit, and they're creeping on you. They're grieving. They did something. They're in trouble. They got involved with this group that came after you. It could be your family that got them involved. This could be an ex-boyfriend, an ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. And now they're grieving. They got involved with these people. Yeah, they're waiting for something. For spring, doing more spell work. Scorpio, you or somebody else. Cancer, you or somebody else. In a relationship, long-distance relationship. Leo, you or somebody else. They're seeking forgiveness. There are a lot of people involved. Something to do with an age. Okay, so somebody was with a child here. And they're going to be found out. I think they got roped in. A lot of these people get blackmailed to do these people's bidding. Once it all comes out, and some of these groups are being exposed. You can see it in Hollywood right now. But some of these people have done some horrible things, okay? Hurt a lot of innocent people. And they get blackmailed. These people hold it against them. And you do my bidding. You do what I want. Blah, blah, blah. Or else we're going to expose you. Blackmail is extortion. It is a crime. If you're a criminal and you're doing crime and you're being held... I'd love to say I feel bad for these people. I don't. Either way, somebody's going to be exposed. They're all going to be exposed. All the nastiness... all the bullshit. Not only that, but they get them in these groups and they get them to do nasty things. Get them on camera so nobody turns on them. They get them to sign the NDAs. They hedge their bets. Somebody's about ready to squeal. And squeal they should. Okay? They're guilty. They are guilty. They've done stuff they shouldn't have been done. Doing shit to innocent people. They shouldn't have been doing things. Partaking, thieves. Abuse of various kinds. I want to say it's hard to talk about this stuff. They want to mitigate their situation now. Now they're thinking about their family. Now they're thinking about their ass. Literally, in jail. They're going to be fodder. You know what I'm saying? So now they're scared. They're getting hit hard by these backfires and this karma. Um, the divine will have his pound of flesh. By the time everything is said and done, oh yeah, these people are going to have to pay. Not just this lifetime, but many lifetimes, maybe with their own souls. Maybe they will suffer the second death. But at the end of the day, it looks good for you. This is totally outside of yourself. You're safe. You're doing what you need to do. You were the catalyst. You were the one that, you were the bait, maybe. I like this. Congratulations. Until next time, take care.